Whenever I come across videos of these impressive prepper pantries, packed from floor to ceiling with food, I can't help but be amazed. These pantries seem to have every food item one could possibly need. But if you're like me, you might be thinking, okay, that's impressive, but I'm on a budget here. Can I actually do this without burning a hole in my pocket? Well, guess what? The answer is a resounding yes. I totally understand that with the way food prices are soaring and with some items becoming harder to find, building a prepper pantry might seem like a challenge. And with all the unpredictable happenings in the world, it's only natural to wonder if we can get all the supplies we need without spending a fortune. Good news for everyone, especially those in the lower 48. Stores like Dollar Tree are a hidden gem for budget-friendly food items that have an incredibly long shelf life. So, what are some of these magical foods that don't cost an arm and a leg and can sit in your pantry for practically forever? Let's dive in. One word: beans, and right next to it, rice. Beans and rice, the dynamic duo. They are the unsung heroes of the pantry, aren't they? Not only do they serve as a remarkable source of nutrition, but they're also incredibly easy on the wallet. Such a win-win, especially in today's fast-paced and, let's face it, expensive world. Now, the beauty of beans lies in their diversity. You stroll down the grocery aisle and find yourself amid a myriad of options, each beckoning with their distinct textures and flavors. It might seem overwhelming, but here's the golden rule: there's no wrong choice. Just gravitate towards what you and your family enjoy the most. The options are abundant, from black beans to pinto, navy to lima. Explore and revel in the variety. Now, a quick note on kidney beans. They come with a bit of a caution tag. They house a toxin that demands precise cooking at a certain temperature to render them safe for consumption. It's a little tricky. Hence, I usually lean towards canned kidney beans. It's just simpler, and I can rest easy knowing that they are safe to devour whenever the craving hits. Now, let's talk about the other types of beans: black, pinto, navy, and the list goes on. They are all fair game. Buying them in 1-pound bags is a strategy I swear by. It allows for such a wonderful mix and match of flavors and textures. It's like having a culinary canvas, and you're the artist, mixing shades and strokes. Instead of being tied down to a giant bag of one variety, you get to play around and explore. And the best part, it's all for just a few dollars. This means you get to enjoy a bountiful selection of beans, each imparting its unique flavor profile and array of nutritional perks. And let's not forget their pantry partner, rice. It complements beans so well, creating a balanced meal that's packed with essential nutrients. It's a versatile grain that marries well with almost every bean variety, absorbing flavors and adding a delightful texture. Like beans, rice also comes in numerous varieties, from long-grain basmati to short-grain arborio, each with its charm and culinary applications. And yes, rice is another cost-effective, long-lasting pantry staple. Beans and rice, together, are not just about economic sensibility. They are about nutritional wealth, culinary diversity, and sheer gastronomic pleasure. They form the backbone of countless hearty, wholesome meals, providing sustenance and comfort to millions around the globe. Whether you're indulging in a spicy bean chili or a comforting bowl of rice and beans, the possibilities are endless, and the satisfaction is immense. Keep exploring and enjoying this timeless, versatile pair, and you'll never find your pantry or your plate lacking. Oatmeal is another fantastic item to have in your long-term food storage. The versatility of oats is something that's often overlooked. Oatmeal is like a blank canvas for breakfast. You can jazz it up with a variety of stir-in toppings. It's not just for breakfast though. You can incorporate oats into various recipes as a meal extender. Ever tried mixing oatmeal into your ground beef recipes? It's a game changer. It helps stretch the meat further, especially when you are running low. And here's a pro tip. If you find yourself without a way to cook, no worries. You can make overnight oats. Just soak the oatmeal in a liquid overnight, and voila, they'll be soft and ready to eat by the time morning rolls around. Now, let's talk about a multi-use wonder: baking soda. This is something that's good for so much more than just cooking. From cleaning to deodorizing, baking soda can do it all, and it has an indefinite shelf life, making it a staple for your prepper pantry. It's not just about the food, it's about having items that serve multiple purposes, maximizing utility and minimizing cost. Don't forget the vinegars. White vinegar and apple cider vinegar are the least expensive and are super versatile. Whether you use them for cleaning, preserving, or flavoring food, Their variety of uses makes them indispensable in a well-stocked pantry. If your budget allows, exploring other types like organic apple cider vinegar, balsamic, or red wine vinegar can add different flavors and functionalities to your collection. Each has its unique taste and use, and having a range gives you more options when cooking or preserving food. Storing long-lasting foods is indeed a simple process, but ensuring their longevity is chiefly about how effectively you store them. Airtight containers are key here. When you store your food properly, it remains fresh and edible for an extended period. Now, the fun part. Acquiring containers doesn't necessarily involve a trip to the store. You can just recycle. I've personally given a second life to several empty jars. Cleaning them meticulously and drying them thoroughly is crucial. And those lids? They need to be squeaky clean. There's a little trick you can use to make sure they're up to par. After washing them, just put them on the jar. Secure them well, even before adding any food. And then just let them be for a few days. Now, after those few days have passed, it's time for a little sniff test. Open the jar and take a whiff. If there's any reminiscent aroma of the jar's previous content, say pasta sauce or pickles, then it's decision time. If the smell lingers, you might want to rewash the lid or simply decide to store food items that won't mind acquiring a hint of the previous aroma, like pasta sauce. In terms of the foods you're storing, there's a whole plethora of long-lasting options. You can store grains, legumes, canned goods, and even some fruits and vegetables. Each type has its unique storage requirement, and meeting these will ensure the optimum shelf life of the products. So, when you are recycling jars or containers, it's all about thorough cleaning and ensuring that any residual smells don't mix with the new contents, unless, of course, you are indifferent to the mixing of aromas. It's such a practical and eco-friendly approach to storing food. Reusing jars not only reduces waste, but also saves money. The process might seem meticulous, but it's worth it, ensuring your food stays fresh and flavorful for longer, and you are contributing to a more sustainable living. Food storage is truly an art and a science, but here's the thing, it doesn't have to be daunting. I get it. The idea of stockpiling and having a full pantry might sound like a huge task. But remember, every big journey starts with a single step. Instead of feeling overwhelmed, start small. Maybe the next time you're out shopping, pick up an extra can of beans or a bag of rice. The week after, grab a couple more items. Little by little, your collection will grow. Now, you might wonder why all this effort. Life is unpredictable. We've all had those wild days when the unexpected strikes. And in times of uncertainty or sudden challenges, wouldn't it be reassuring to know that you've got a pantry filled with reliable staples? Think of your food storage as a safety net. It's there to catch you on days when you just need that little extra help. But here's another thing to remember. Variety is the spice of life. While having staples is essential, mix things up a bit. Maybe add different spices, sauces, or even some fun snacks. This way, when you dip into your stash, you're not just eating for sustenance, but enjoying a good meal. A well-stocked pantry can be your ticket to delicious, varied meals even during the busiest of times. I'd love to hear from you. If you've got some nifty ideas or tricks about stocking up for easy and diverse meals, drop a comment below. It's always great to share and learn from each other. Oh, and if you found value in this, spread the love. Share this with someone who might appreciate the insight. And hey, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more handy tips like this.